You ready?
All right. Wow, we're back. We're back with a.
We got a full house and a full couch.
We're back with a great podcast today. A bit of exposition for y'all. We had a contest not too long ago with our good friends at Bravo Tip or Pay, and it was to win a free trip to the Stevenson Ranch here in Los Angeles.
And here we are.
Believe it or not, we followed through with our plans, and our winners are here. We're joined by Tyler. We're joined by Bronson. How you doing, guys?
Thanks, you guys, for having us.
Wait. So let's jump right into it now. You guys were from Minnesota? Live in Minnesota? Whereabouts?
About 10 minutes outside of Minneapolis.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Well, same. You guys like neighbors?
I'm in Shakopee.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
If you don't know that, that's Minneapolis still.
Okay.
Right up
cool.
in there.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to.
It's gonna take a while.
If you don't talk in mics often,
You gotta have the mic
it's
swag,
fine.
baby.
We'll bear with it. But so you guys got into town last night, right? Or yes, in the afternoon?
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
And from what I heard, you guys had a pretty good one last night with Kilmer. Kilmer took you out on the town a little bit.
Took you out of the town. Yeah.
Took you to the bars. Kilmer, you gotta walk us through what happened. I mean, I was getting calls, so you guys actually caught me in an interesting. I'm gonna turn up today just for the fucking culture. But I was raging a lot, top of the year, like traveling a bunch and raging. My body was just like, man, you gotta shut it down a little bit. You got one sparked over there, Dakota? We love that. And we're finishing this album. We're pretty much like really close to done. So I just been locked in working, haven't been partying, but I'm breaking the seal for you guys. But these guys, whoever you were with, Aaron May, shout out Aaron May, Chef Aaron May, amazing guy. He's like an underling to Guy Fieri. Amazing dude, but I was getting ring off the hook last night. Was it popping last night, or were you guys just that drunk?
Both. I mean, we started at 7, so it was like pretty calm at 7.
Seven's an early start.
All the miscreants were out at 7, so there weren't many. But we, when I was with Aaron May, like I had texted you, Mike, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm not coming out. Like it's just I can't do it." I'm like, "All right." Like so, I know when you're not coming out, because I know you. And Aaron May's like I'm gonna give stuttering and get him out. I'm like, "You're not gonna get Mike out," and he's like, want to bet? I'm like, yeah, dude, I bet you $5,000 you're not gonna get Mike out tonight.
So I get a call from Foley. He's like, he's got this shit-eating grin on his face. He's like, Aaron May just offered me $2,500 if I get Mike over here.
No, so Aaron May, the second I made that bet with Aaron May calls Foley. He's like, I know what I'm gonna do. He's like, hey Foley, I'll give you $4,900 if you can get Mike to come out tonight. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
So then I'm like, man, I'm not. Let's be honest here. I haven't forgot my roots. I'll definitely go out for $5K. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out for $5K. You know what I mean?
Well, you were on the phone. I'm like, Mike,
gang.
I'm like, Mike, don't come out. You'll ruin me.
But then I realized it's an insider bet, and Kilmer was the guy offering up the dough. So then I end up answering one of the FaceTimes, and Aaron's like, "Yo, come," and I find out that Kilmer's actually the one, and he's like, "Don't do it." I don't want to be broke. I don't want to fucking pay that. So, I'm not going to throw my guy under the bus. So I didn't end up coming. But I wasn't going to come anyway. So it's good. It worked out.
Yeah. So
what the hell happened?
Yeah, we started at 7. And by the way, like
Thank you, sir.
the group rapport, I think, was just fantastic. I mean, it was the three of us, and then we were with our buddy Adam from Bravo, who's here now behind the cameras there, drinking some wine, and our boy Travis as well, who's actually filming this podcast right now. And
what a great group of guys we got here today, guys.
I like hanging out with them because Rose, dude. Thank you so much, bro.
Not the Bud Light, but the Stud Light.
Got it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm double. This is like the fucking
Totally
greatest
different
double
things.
fist right here. I like hanging out with Travis and Adam because Adam's 10 years older than me and Travis is 10 years younger than me. So like, I feel like you get like the whole spectrum of rage. You know what I mean? Spectrum,
I was just talking about
Spectrum
age.
of Rage. That's a band name. Remember that?
Yeah, it is. I was just talking with Blue about age. I'm fucking, bro. I feel like I'm fucking an infant. I feel like a little baby Jesus running around right now. I don't know why. I mean, obviously we live in like a fucking very different sphere than a lot of people. Like wake up when you want, do what you want, but it's all like, anything in entertainment. If you're in entertainment, it's kind of just like a different sphere than the rest of the world, which is why most people look at celebrities in entertainment or whatever and just like they're just like a different species almost, because it's just like the societal constructs of like, all right, you know, you work these days, you get up, you know, you gotta fucking go to bed, and or you're gonna die, you're gonna fucking get fired from your job or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where obviously my lifestyle plays a huge factor into it. Kilmer always talks about age. Kilmer's the only guy in the house that like kind of has a little bit of a structure to his life. He has a girlfriend who, you know, when you think about it, when you sleep with your girl every night, she's getting up at fucking 7 a.m. to go to work.
Yeah.
It's gonna start your engines early, you know what I mean? But you're also an early morning guy.
I'm a big early
like you're
morning
the
guy,
guy who like you always kind of reference like age and shit, and like me and Blue, like I can't relate at all. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. When I look back at when we were 21 starting, like I don't even remember that guy. And we were just, I felt like that was like my teens. You know what I mean? We were just fucking winging it. We had no idea what we were doing.
Especially like someone like you with a regimented life with sports growing up.
Yeah. It was like a rebirth into like, so that's
the
why
renaissance of Mike.
Yeah.
Also a good band name.
Another good band name. Yeah, but fuck, man. It's we wanted to get into this because you guys are fucking married, right?
We are.
Fucking
Yeah, wait. Hey,
hitched.
go
You
down
guys are hitched
the
up.
line real quick. How old are you guys? Tyler, you're 31?
31, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, so we're the
33.
same age.
Bronson, you're 33?
Yeah.
So you're both married. Tyler, you just got married recently, yeah?
But yeah, a month and a half ago.
month and a half
So
ago.
is your wife pissed you didn't take her?
She's pissed.
That's
you're
what
here.
it's
She's gonna get pissed. She's gonna watch this. So
She'll know, yeah. She'll see this question.
she's gonna watch this anyway. So honestly, fuck what she thinks. She's gonna get over it.
I
Just
looked at the
answer the
dynamics
question.
of it all, and I figured, you know, it's gonna be a manly trip. So why
Great
not-
read, veteran read.
You know, why not bring a good friend of mine?
I had
And-
no idea what the I didn't know like who. You know, I knew a guy won because we didn't pick. Like Bravo picked.
Who did you want to win, Mike?
Who did I want to win?
Yeah, was it a girl or a guy?
I wanted you guys to win, baby.
want you guys to win.
Can you pass me that lighter right there, Stevie?
Just for the record, myself, I actually helped with the pick. Like,
Oh, you did?
I randomly picked. I put it through a random generator.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right, so strike that from the record. But no,
Kilmer.
I just had no idea. But then when I heard a guy was coming, and then I heard you were you were married. I was like, oh, he's probably gonna come with his wife, you know, or something. That's kind of what I was thinking.
He's like, babe, I'm leaving for the weekend. Yo, Bronson, what up? We're going to Stud's house.
What a savvy read. What a savvy read.
I'm sure the conversation didn't go like that. Were you?
So did you have to chip away at your wife on this, or she's just like, you just gotta like bite the bullet, babe.
No,
You're not coming.
She didn't really get it.
She wasn't interested.
But, you know, butthurt about it. Yeah, it was. I mean, she kind of knew your background, just
what's that
because
mean?
What's that?
well,
She knows you're a wild motherfucker, so
far
she
as that-
doesn't want to be around.
as of it was more the podcast angle, you know,
Yeah.
and the structure of how the show goes about, you know,
Right.
what you guys, the dialogue,
Right. So you got, not to cut you off. There you go. I cut everyone off on this. Were you guys music fans, podcast fans, or both, or how? You know what I mean? Like where did you listen to music and then kind of followed over to the podcast? And
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
That's what's
I
up.
mean, a little bit of both. You know, I think, you know, music's kind of evolved over years, and a lot of artists. I mean, not a lot, but the podcast game's growing. You know, there's more out there,
Oh, for
and
sure.
the knowledge that they provide, and you know, the perspective on their own life. It's interesting to follow and kind of get.
Are you a big podcast guy in general?
Not as much, no, not really.
She's just a Steve podcast guy. That's
yeah,
it.
I just connect
Fucking
with it,
right.
you know.
Love to hear
Fucking
that,
right,
yeah.
baby. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what happened to me. I mean, I kind of realized like I was kind of in the matrix of like just my little bubble of you know, working on music, drinking as many beers as humanly possible, waking up and doing it again type thing. And it was like one of those things where I was kind of feeling like I needed to expand. We got fucking ESPN, ESPN Deportes coming in here. But I realized the fucking the podcast like
It's actually a Duke alert, believe it or not.
what is it? They win?
Forced overtime.
Oh,
against
good.
UNC. Yeah.
Go
Talking,
Duke, baby.
talking to the mic, Tyler. Thank you.
Go Duke.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell you again. Talking to the mic down.
Mike Tyler.
I'll remind you again.
Yeah, I'm kidding. He's like, fuck. What the fuck was I saying? I started watching Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, I was very late to that. Obviously, like, he's been doing it for like a fucking decade. And I was like, holy shit, this is one, like, it's checking the box of like, I was learning again, you know? Like, learning about shit And then I kind of realized like, wow, actually it really helps to have that every day, like an hour a day of reading a little. And then I just went down this whole rabbit hole. And that's where really I got like, I was wanting to do content. We were talking about doing YouTube for a little bit, and I just felt too cheesy being a YouTuber. You know what I mean? No shade to any of them, but like, it's not my wave, you know? Talking to the camera and vlogging. Like,
Hey guys, we're at the fucking promenade today. Gonna go shopping.
you know?
Now we're going to Applebee's.
Yeah. This is my morning routine. Everyone's been asking about my skincare, you know? Like, I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
So then the podcast, I was like, oh, fuck, you know? And I have so many, like, homies that are athletes and have dope stories and perspectives. People are interested in athletes, you know, and their lifestyle, because I feel like they keep it pretty private. So I felt like that was the window, but stumbling upon podcasts and like realizing that I needed to learn every day and do that shit for my overall well-being, that was it. That's probably what you're experiencing with us. And now you're here.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix, baby.
Full circle.
It's the Steve Matrix. Anything can happen. You never know. So now, what you sports? You guys play sports at some point? Were you an athlete, baseball player, hockey? What?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah.
So do you guys, go to high school together? College? Or just...
No.
No, we actually started working together at a place called Comcast.
Okay, yeah. Oh, we know fucking Comcast. Shout out Comcast.
Comcast is a big Boston thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
out in
it's one of those
Philly.
names like everyone's heard and they're not really sure exactly why, but I've heard Comcast a bunch.
Comcast, yeah, there's a...
Xfinity.
yeah.
Now it's Xfinity.
We had some kind of Comcast service. I don't know if it was in LA or maybe it was when I was in Rhode Island or something.
That's a Rhode Island thing for sure. That was definitely
Yeah.
on the east.
Cool, so that's what you guys do now.
No. That's just where we started.
That's where you started.
Yeah.
Walk us through.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of where the relationship started. Was just being coworkers, working in the same office. And
Tell them the
You guys
truth.
smoke weed or no?
Some days of the week, but not on
Yeah,
TV.
but don't do it if you don't feel comfortable. Kilmer, no.
No, fuck that.
Kilmer's a pussy. Yeah, Kilmer's not. Kilmer's probably the least. Blue's not really either.
I
Versace's
take
definitely not
2
either.
hits before bed and watch Gossip Girl and fall asleep. I'm
So like a fan gave us weed on tour. This was a year ago.
over a year ago.
It was a bag, like a big bag of weed, and they're like, I need very high quality shit.
You're underselling this. It was a pound of weed, I think.
Yeah, whatever. Guy gave us a pound, whatever. And I didn't fuck with the weed really like that. So 2 pounds? Yeah, 2 pounds. And I didn't like fuck with the weed. I'm pretty picky about it. Just like, so Kilmer's like, hey, can I have this? Because I was just like buying. I was like, of course, bro. A year later, he's still smoking that weed.
I'm fucking halfway through it. I'm not even like, I didn't even make a dent.
So what do? You put it in a bowl? you
First
take
of
a
all,
little
you're at
whack?
a point in your life where you can turn down a pound of weed, which is insane. I'm still at the point where I'm like, no one's gonna smoke this. Like, can I have it?
I feel you.
It sits next to my bed. I just like pick a little. I take 2 hits and I'm fucking. I'm
I
out.
feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a lightweight with that shit. But
You want this?
I guess it's a perk though. It's a nice perk. Some people get dental. Some people get
Life.
healthcare,
Yeah.
life insurance. I just get a pound of weed every once in a while.
Yeah,
that no one wants.
That's the type of those are the type of offers that come in the deals to work with us.
Yeah.
A pound of weed.
Sheesh. So, hold on, Bronson, how long have you been married for? A while.
No, this is actually, like John, my second marriage.
There you go.
But this is
know
my
about
high
it.
school sweetheart, actually. So
Really?
Yeah.
You
talk-
married your high school sweetheart second?
junior high school, actually. I married
What
my-
an unbelievable,
It's a real story.
what an unbelievable chain
It's
of
a love
events.
story for the ages. How did we get
Actually, my
there?
middle school sweetheart. Married her. So my second wife is my. Yeah, that's legendary. I love that. You doubled down on it. Went back.
How did we get there? How did you get there?
That's a fairy tale.
Facebook. Everybody get there. I don't know, social media platforms.
Yeah.
What I did was actually I had gone through the rocky part of getting divorced. And
Oh, yeah.
wasn't looking for a lady. Was like, I was going to do the Mike Stud thing,
Yeah.
which is just be free.
That's what happened. Happened to me.
Didn't really work out the way I planned it, but she had actually come back into my life about a year after I got divorced.
Cool.
And we just started kicking it and ain't left her since.
Caught
but
those waves, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And how many damn kids do you have?
2,000.
He's like, I got more kids than Eddie Murphy. How many kids do you actually have?
5.
5 kids. What's that like?
How the hell do you do it, man?
Man, it's different. I just grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
the same thing. Like when you get put in that, like you get put in that life. It's,
Right.
It's a
So like number 3, number 4, you're like, fuck.
No,
we'll
I
do
didn't
another
actually have 5 kids. I got 2 biological sons.
Okay.
And then my current wife, or my wife, I
Yes.
shouldn't say current. Delete that. Don't put that on there.
Strike over the strike over the record. Strike over the record.
No, I know you guys
my current wife thinks I'm in bed right now.
My current wife.
My Minnesota wife thinks I'm in bed right now.
Don't do that, Mike. She gonna get you.
She knows you're kidding.
She coming out there.
What's her name?
Her name's Mari.
What is it?
Mari.
Mari? What's up, Mari? We love you. We love you. Here we go. Keep this story going. This is amazing.
So do you have a favorite kid?
No, I don't have a favorite.
Great
kid.
answer. Great
I
answer.
love them all equally.
Equally. Okay, that's the
No, but that's. I was just gonna say that's actually like, for real. I have a actual like. I'm in a position in my life where I have like, I'm inspired by like, people in different realms of their life. I'm inspired by like, people that do shit that I know I wouldn't be able to do, and be able to like, it would fuck up my, you know what I mean? Like the way I live my life, where if I had kids, like, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what, like where it would take my psyche. I don't know how I'd wake up. And like when I see people, especially, you know, my sister had, I introduced her to a guy I played basketball with. They ended up getting married. They were like dating in high school, college, whatever, ended up getting married. Long story short, dude fucks her over. Like she has a kid, beautiful kid. He's playing professional basketball. They're like living in Spain, right? All this news comes out, like finds out like some really bad shit went down, right? So, you know, she's a single mom, and then now she's getting remarried to a guy who treats Brielle, who's my niece, like it's his own. And I just have such a respect for that. Because it's just such an unbelievable life event. Not even a life event. It's a life
it's a life-changing event.
A life-altering structure. Like the rest of your life is now forever different. And to be able to do that and just take it on, like you said, and just like, hey man, I grind, you know, like that's the shit I get inspired by. I get inspired by like the dude working at a fast food restaurant every day. He's happy and trying to be helpful and being, you know what I mean? Like anything in the walks of life where that's where I draw my inspiration to always be a good person, you know, because it's like, that's shit that I would consider really tough. You know what I mean? And obviously we're in different realms. Like you're living in a different life. And man, look, if I was stationary and living somewhere and had a structured job, I'd probably have kids too. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's obviously circumstantial. But what I'm saying is like, even just being able to fucking just hop on the wagon and take on new kids. That's where I'm telling you, with my niece, and I saw how he treated her, I was like, this shit is fire. You know what I mean? It's really a dope thing. It's a dope characteristic. Shout out to you, Steve.
Shout out to that. That's incredible. So speaking of kids, I woke up today and I was trying to look at some porn, and and I'm a big fan of Girls Do Porn. You guys familiar? Girlsdoporn.com. Girl, it's a popular one.
What is that? So that's the site you go to, the domain.
That's the domain name is girlsdoporn.com.
Okay.
And I went to it today, and
is it lesbian porn? Girls do porn?
No. It's like 18 to 22 year olds.
New to the game.
Mike, actually,
what's the tone? Like
Mike, a girl you and I know has actually been on it before.
Really?
Yeah. Fellow fan of our fellow Steve.
Which one?
A fellow female Steve has been on
Which one? Beep out her name.
Let's not.
Beep out her name.
She was from. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From New Jersey.
Yep. That's
She's been by JK Studios.
She has been by JK Studios.
She comes to all the shows. She's actually. I was dying to get her like to interview her about this.
She had a real passionate blowy on her. Seriously. I remember her like, you know.
New Jersey does it right.
Yeah. It's actually that's not shocking. Good for her.
Anyways, I wanted to interview her, get her like on a phone call for this podcast. Hey, can you guys shut the fuck up back there? And So, anyways, I was going through girls. I was trying to go to this website, and it just like it said like does not exist or like and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I was like really.
They got hit with the cease and desist.
So like I looked online and like something that's. I mean, long story short, the guy who started this site is a wanted fugitive right now, and he fled the country. And so I dug a little more. I read a whole article about this. There was a huge case where 20
So you dove in a huge rabbit hole about this.
20 yeah, this is how I spent my morning.
That's why he spent his morning hung over his balls, just fresh off the saddle ranch.
This guy, 22 women came out and said that they obviously they knew what they were getting themselves into, but they were essentially tricked into doing pornographic films, and they were like given alcohol, they were given like weed.
Of course they were.
And they're given these contracts that they weren't even like allowed to read, and they got essentially tricked into doing porn. Yeah. And you can make the argument that these girls knew what they were getting themselves into, but like it wasn't like the right process.
Well, what the hell did the girls think they were getting themselves into when they went to the girls do porn?
They're gonna be models.
When they went and hung out at they went to the fucking Marriott.
They essentially
the Marriott by the airport and fucking go to room fucking 250.
You're right, but all these girls that came out like were in financial trouble, so which is why they did it in the first place.
Of course.
And like if you look at the ads that they had for this was like like video shoots paying $5,000 for like college females.
Oh really?
And like it's obvious what it is. Like we're not idiots, but they were also fed this false information that the videos were only going to go to private, like overseas, like private collectors of like videos or like some weird shit like that. Like
that's how they get them.
And then meanwhile they go on like this website and it blows up. It's on Pornhub. It's on every website ever. Like so, like these girls, like their lives were ruined when they were told one thing that like no one was probably going to see these videos. They'll be like,
I'm actually happy you're sharing this.
Restricted DVD release or whatever. Meanwhile, it gets blasted on this website and it gets millions and millions of views and like their lives were ruined. And so there was a huge court case over the past like 3-4 years, and a lot of the guys in the company like are in custody right now.
They're going to the big house.
They're in custody right now, and the whole case is happening right now. And the guy who started the website fled the country. No one knows where he is. He fled the country. And
question: does this make you view porn any different?
I was a huge fan of the website until I read that, and I'm like, that's
another question. Did you move on to a new site after learning all this?
For sure.
Did you rub one out?
Once my research was complete, I moved on.
Did you let one fly? Did you let one fly this morning?
I have like a thing to get over hangovers. You crap out the booze and then you jizz out the liquor.
All right, I feel that. But you're a sicko for like not letting that story impact the way you were viewing the women.
Yeah, I moved. I made a little note. I'm like, we should talk about this in the podcast. And then I moved on.
You know what? Honestly, man, to be completely honest, some of the content and shit that I I'm on, and just like the spirituality shit, and like just guys who talk about like Russell Brand. I follow Russell Brand. Anyone who like
I follow him too.
Who likes
great.
the wave
He's
that
awesome.
I'm on at all should go fuck with Russell Brand. Like just go watch his YouTube videos. His Instagram does the trick. But he talks about his addiction to like sex and pornography and all this shit, and it definitely impacted the way like I'm fucking a lot, but I'm not really. I've gone out of my way to not like. It's been times like I want to go on porn, and I've like I've literally not gone because of this. There's one clip Russell Brand posted that like articulated it really well, and then also for whatever reason, like when your explore page caters to what you visit. Obviously, it's like all curated.
Yeah.
I started getting like I get served shit like this, and then I actually had there was like a dude who went on this like pretty cool rant about porn. He was just like, all these girls are like really fucked up. You know what I mean? And like, there's just like for them to be able to do this like in the way it's objectified, it just like made me look at it a little different. I'm literally ruining porn for I feel like guys are gonna whack it regardless. You know what I mean? Here's what women need to understand about guys. We're just different.
I was talking about this with Adam today.
We're a different species. Like sometimes, like now, look, I don't fucking cheat on my girlfriend. Like you know what I mean? I'm not condoning that at all. But there's a huge difference when guys fuck and girls fuck. Now, for girls to cheat on to fuck you when she's in a relationship, she like there has to be it either says this, a complete emotional disconnect from you. She no longer gives a fuck about you, or she's going out of her way to hurt you because you probably hurt her, or you know, she's ready to give herself to someone else in that way. Like there's a little bit of an emotional like giving when a girl goes to fuck somebody, especially when she's in a relationship. Like there's this emotional attachment here, and for her to go do that, I'm speaking as a blanket, which is obviously not the way to do it, but this is a general thing. Guys, man, we're just trying to get a nut off.
Look a little skin on skin, baby.
We're just trying to fucking wiggle around. You know what I mean? We're just trying to.
Mike, I literally.
It really is like there's you can like I just know so many athletes. I come from that world. Entertainers, these motherfuckers love their partner, you know, like really do, and love them way more. Like it's not even close to how they like feel about the girl they'll fuck because you're not around and they want to get a nut off. And it's really fucking easy when every girl wants to fuck you. And like, yeah, you have to create that discipline. It's part of the commitment, you know what I mean? And obviously I'm a huge believer in like karma and shit. I can't fuck with cheating and any of that shit. But what I'm saying is that's really what it is. You know what I mean? You guys shouldn't even fucking say anything. And then in the section, I just got into this.
Don't even talk.
We're not married. I have no fucking.
Nothing you can say can help
your
your marriages.
Don't fucking say anything. They're like, they both got the mic down. But yeah, fucking, I just was having this thought, like we're just, you know what I mean? It's just different, like, and that's why like there's that. It's just a double standard. It is what it is. It's a double standard. But for the guy, like when you know they could cheat and they're like they know deep down, like I don't even fucking barely remember that girl's name. I was just fucked up and she wanted to fuck and I wanted to get a nut off. Period.
Skin on skin.
Where the girl, like where if you find out your wife was cheating on you, even though you were cheating. That double standard still exists. You're like, what? How could you do? You know what I mean? Because like it's part of that. You know, there's like it's a little bit deeper, and it's not for every single girl, but it's just goes a little bit deeper with women, like giving themselves to, especially to like when they're in a relationship. I don't know how we got here, but
let's think about how men and women are wired differently. Men have testosterone.
Yeah,
testosterone makes you want to fight and fuck.
Gets you revved up.
It makes you fucking revved up. Yeah, I want to get a nut off. I want to fucking punch something.
Yeah.
Women have estrogen. They get like their menstrual cycles. They get emotional. Like they have emotions that we'll never understand. Mm-hmm. We get fucking like boners and horniness that they'll never understand. And
no, but girls get horny too.
I'm at the point. And yeah, we joke about it, but like before you make a decision, you should just go jerk off before you do it because then it might change your decision. I call it literally taking a number 3. I have to take a number 3 sometimes.
Nice. I love that.
Like before,
taking number 3 is jacking off, huh? I'm fucking taking
people
that.
People joke about like thinking with your dicks. Like men literally think with their fucking dicks sometimes.
No, that's a great. Honestly, if you're gonna cheat on your girl, go whack off,
and then see if you still want to do it.
And then if you're down, but like also. You want to save your bullets. Oh man!
But when we drink, like for men anyways, like we literally like get broken down to our primitive states, and not just drinks, or when we do anything to alter ourselves with like drugs, or like especially when we're fucking taking shrooms in Joshua Tree. Look what we did. We were shirtless, fucking pounding our chests to like tribal house music.
Wait, when you say we, that was you, and the rest of us weren't talking about you. Being like, what's wrong with that guy? What the fuck is wrong with him?
I was like,
Kilmer thought he was a jellyfish. He was laying on the deck of he's like, dude, I feel like a jellyfish, man.
You think
I feel like a jellyfish? He kept fucking wiggling around and shit.
I was a jellyfish. That is my spirit animal. But you get broken down to like your primitive state as a man, and like what do we do? Like what do primitive men do? They hunt, they eat, they fucking
reproduce.
They get a beat. They fucking like pound their chest and dance, and then they fucking fuck. That's it.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's pretty much us.
So when you get broken down to that primitive state through alcohol, through fucking shrooms, marijuana, whatever, like that's what we're boiled down to. That's us. That's the true us.
Yeah. I mean, there's also things called human evolution. So it's not, but I get it.
No,
I get what you're saying.
The thing that changes that is our societal norms that we're born into.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but when that all goes away, when you get the blinders on, when you're fucking like 12 Bud Lights deep, and you get the blinders on, none of that exists anymore. That's what it boils down to. That's what it means to be a man.
Feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I want to eat a taco. I want to get a nut off. I want
a taco.
I want to fucking pound my chest to some fucking music. I want to jump around. I want to fucking get angry. I want to fucking punch something. I want to. Yeah, that's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
You Who are we to deny that?
Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes you got to feed that beat. Sometimes you got to scratch that itch, guys.
You got to scratch that itch sometimes.
Scratch that itch.
You know what I mean? Again, don't comment on this, guys.
Yeah, no comment at all.
You love your wives. Don't comment on it.
So you guys, have you guys been to a show of mine?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, it's been a while. The Caboose.
Where was it?
The Caboose.
Oh wow!
It's been a,
So like probably like 5 years, 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
I do remember. I remember that night. That was right in our peak, like ratchetness.
Yeah.
2014.
That might have been the
probably.
summer tour of 2014.
It was. We talk about that tour as best job
What a
I
tour
ever
that
had.
was. What a tour
Best
that
job
was.
I ever had.
Greatest job I ever had.
Fucking dude, we were peak ratchet. You know, like just
Oh, jeez.
fucking flying by the wayside. Because think about it, bro. Like I was in college, thought I was gonna be a baseball player. Got hurt. This happened. All of a sudden, we're touring. People going nuts.
Yeah.
So we were just like, fuck. You know what I mean? We were
Yeah.
going ham. We still go ham, obviously, but shit. Damn, that was peak. I remember, Kilmer, I kind of like remember that night. Because we were like shocked at how many girls were there and just acting
Which
a
night?
fucking fool. In Minneapolis, at Caboose. The Caboose is the one where it's like
No, I know the
a
venue,
long
but
stage, like a kind of wrapped
all of like
around.
the after parties in Minnesota kind of blend together. And like I know all of them, but not like when they took place.
Minnesota's.
I remember the faces. I remember the girls. I remember the hair colors. I remember the smells. I remember the music. I don't remember what.
I remember the fragrances as well. Man, Minnesota was like a top tier. That's top tier stud county. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's the girls act the way we want them to act. The guys act the way we want them to act. We can fly. We just flying bar to bar, just having a blast out there. We gotta go back.
And this was a time when you were doing meet and greets after the show.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were because I was
you
in
were-
one of your
Really?
videos.
Yeah.
How fucked up was that? What was going
Think
on?
about that for a second. When,
Yeah.
if you see us on,
Walk me through that experience.
I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, and like if you listen to this podcast, you probably know, but we pregame the show. You know, we drink a little bit before the show.
Oh,
we
yeah.
drink about 1,000 beers. We got to the point where we had a fucking keg ordered to every venue before the show, so we turned our DJ booth into a bar.
Yep.
With a working tap.
Sure did.
And every venue, like legally, like contractually, had to give us a keg for our show that we could drink during the show. So, and then you were meeting fans after all of this, like 150 to 200 fans in some cities. Minneapolis was definitely up there with like 150 to 200 fans. You had to meet after we did all this. So how was that for you, Mike?
I mean, I do a fucking Ciroc chug on the fucking stage then too. Bro, I was loaded. I mean, look, I'm built for this
it's the
shit.
it's the version of you that they wanted, though. You know?
I'm built for the drinking shit, dog. Like I could, you know what I mean? But wow, yeah, doing it after we called an audible fairly early on that. We were like, wait,
We should do this
maybe
before.
we should do this before the show. Well, how was the experience? You could be honest.
I thought it was great.
I'm
I mean,
sure it was awesome.
we came a little late, so it was
Cool.
pretty shoulder to shoulder. But
Yeah.
we weaved our way in. And
Got in
we're
there.
in a good spot.
Got
yeah.
right in there in the fucking. I mean, that was. I remember it. I'm right. It was like kind of a wide, like
Yeah.
wrap around
Yeah, it's
type
wide.
vibe.
Yeah,
Wide venue.
it's a biker bar, so it's
Yeah, that's the vibe.
yeah,
That was the vibe.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that whole area really is biker bars. But
Is it really?
Yeah, you got the joint next to it, and
Minnesota's
it's a big
tight,
rally.
bro.
Yeah.
Minnesota's fun. Minnesota's fun. Did you guys go wild out there for a little bit or not really?
Did we go
Like
wild?
what before? You know, after college. When were you guys living in Minnesota? You obviously you told me you guys grew up in different places, but what moved to Minnesota? What early? And then did you go to college in Minnesota? Or what?
Yeah, so I went to school in Mankato, actually.
We were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Mike, do you remember our Mankato show?
Do I remember Mankato? Come on, man. That was so good.
Before he told me that, I'm like, dude, honestly, one of my favorite shows ever was Mankato show playing like at the
Upstairs.
shitty place
100
in front of
100 people.
200 kids.
Yeah,
like,
200 people.
dude, shit face. And Mike, I don't know if you remember this, but like, I mean,
do.
this is a place where like the stage was like, you know, a foot above the audience. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not a real stage. And I remember the stage was carpeted. For whatever reason,
remember this.
I got so fucking, again, back to the primitive state that I was talking about before when I get drunk. I fucking got so drunk.
I was so mad at you.
I chugged a Corona bottle and then I fucking Gronkowski spiked it onto the ground mid song while you're performing. And I was so like, I was shocked that I even,
No, I wasn't performing. We were doing a fucking beer chug.
we're doing a beer chug.
and
Either
then I was like,
regardless,
Yeah.
I fucking spiked it and it fucking shattered everywhere into the front row. And I'm like, this fuck, I'm gonna get Like
You're gonna go to
venues-
jail tonight.
I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking arrested or something. And like, meanwhile, literally no one. The audience was cheering. The staff couldn't have cared less. And
That's
we
Mankato for you.
And we just carried on. And I'm like, if we can like go places where I can just like shatter glass into people's eyes and I'm good.
We don't need to leave. Ever leave.
It was like, this is the place to be.
Honestly, I might go settle down in Mankato, Minnesota one day.
Nah, we got-
It's just like, I don't know why, bro. I had so much fucking fun over there. I mean, again, that was peak Ratchet Mike Stud phase. I remember running around from bar to bar with my pants down.
yeah, those were the
you
days.
know that little area? Remember that area? We'd like go to, there's like a little dance area. Do you know where we're at?
Was you talking
Do you know where we performed? It was like upstairs.
I have no idea. I don't remember at all.
I don't know, but it was like it was like the college bar area.
Okay, yeah.
There's only
I know
one
that
of
area.
those in
Yeah.
Mankato.
Yeah, so like, you know what I'm talking about. And then
It's
there
a
was
string of bars.
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
next to
So
each
whatever,
other.
we
Yeah,
would run
yeah.
around. Just it was a
Yeah.
fucking blast.
Yeah.
Wow,
Those were the days.
those were the days.
Best job I ever had.
It is the best job I ever had.
That was fantastic.
Well, you guys got any questions for us? You guys are fucking here. Are you enjoying your? Are you got what? Tomorrow you gonna leave? Or
Tomorrow we're heading out, yeah.
you gotta fucking make the most of this, baby.
Oh, absolutely.
You got any plans for tonight? What's the deal?
We're all going. Let's all go out to. Let's,
We're gonna get
let's tear
drunk?
it up. Yeah.
All right.
After the break, I want to play some clips from our night last night. We were able to get a couple clips from our evening last night at some of the bars before it got a little too crazy. So those will be fun.
I'm
to
looking forward to that.
Yeah, those will be fun to share. Before
Dude, I'm texting with Larry King.
we
How legendary is that? Yeah, Larry King's gonna come on the podcast.
oh my god, we yeah. Oh well, Mike, you posted the clip on your Instagram.
Yeah, so
But
I'm just
like-
working it out, but like I still can't believe I'm texting with Larry King. It's hilarious.
CNN Larry King.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Larry King, who's conducted over 60,000 interviews, who's now like in his 80s.
Yeah, did you see the video on my Instagram I posted of him? Or no?
saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
He's like, King and Stud sounds like a duo. And I was like, I woke up, I was like, I feel like I'm in the fucking Matrix. You know what I mean? It was something I never thought I would see.
I have those moments a lot, and
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
I tell us like I'm on for a lot of people who don't know, like a lot of fans have been starting their own podcasts, and some of them started because we started one, which is awesome. And I've made a point to like go on as many fan podcasts as I can. Like whenever they ask, I'm like, yeah, let's do it like right this second.
I love
Let's do
that.
it. So like I've been on like probably 3 or 4 at this point, and like everyone asks the same question, like, what's the crazy story? What's the crazy story? And like, since I've been in LA, like I've had like a whole collection of stories, and like, Mike, like LA is like a bubble because everyone's out here, and like no one cares about anyone's status really, because like
Well, at least not where we're at.
yeah, and like, but like you can be like, oh, I ran into so and so who's like an A-list celebrity, and like no one will care because like it's just common out here. But you talk to someone like the guys I was on the podcast with, they're from like outside Toronto and like Ottawa, and I'm like, yeah, I have this crazy story where I went on a double date with one of the members of One Direction. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is when he was having like a secret relationship with like with this other actress musician, and they're like, oh my god, you met her too? And I'm like, yeah, dude, but I was so wasted, I don't remember any of it. And they're like, what?
It's even better. I mean, we've had him at the ranch many times since.
Yeah.
Have you been there the nights he's been here?
No. So
That's
like
even funnier.
So like, I mean, I've already told a story in the podcast, but like, just in a nutshell, like I went on a double date with Niall from One Direction when he was dating this girl, Haley Steinfeld, and she actually just came out with a song called "Wrong Direction." By the way, that was a little cut at him, Mike. Mike, you hear what I said?
I wasn't listening. What'd you
Haley
say?
Steinfeld came out with a song called "Wrong Direction."
Wow.
Wow, fucking shots fired, dude.
Throwing that shade.
So they're obviously they didn't work out. But I was embarrassed after that. And like, I'm like, dude, I just blacked out. I was with him for 5 hours and I blacked out. I don't remember any of it. And like, I probably made an ass of myself. He probably didn't care, but
I don't think he even remembers.
up until like, we were just at Saddle Ranch a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, he couldn't have been nicer. And like, we were just,
I'm sure he doesn't even remember.
he probably didn't remember, but like, we're like first name basis. And like, by the way, like I know it's not a big deal, but I was a One Direction fan for like a decade. So like, if I'm on a first name basis with a member from One Direction, it's a big deal to me. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna act like it's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me.
That's so funny. It is though. It is. You really are with the shits.
Yeah, like and then we had an after party afterwards, and like he burst in the bathroom and like stared at my dick while I peed, and like it was the whole thing. It was hilarious. And,
Yeah, I mean, did you ever think in all your fandom, like, Niall's gonna see my dick one day? He's gonna look my dick square in the eye and move on.
Oh God! So how do we even start talking about? I don't even know why we started talking about this.
It's craziest stories, I think, at the ranch.
Even before that, I don't even know why
how we got there.
I don't know.
What? Do you guys got anything you want to ask before we go to break? How long are we?
We're 40 minutes in
already?
Yeah.
We're flying.
Time
baby.
flies, baby.
We're flying. Anything? Or you want to go to break? We can come back.
Yeah, we'll go into our pee break.
Let's take a break. Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah.
We'll be right back with You Never Know, You Know What I Mean, right after this urination break.
All right. Mr. Steve, how are you, Mr. Steve?
yeah. Hi,
Oh, Mr. Steve.
Steve, you got something to say? No? He's got the funniest personality, this dog.
Mr. Steve's great. All right, so I pulled up some clips from last night. We didn't get a ton, but I have some. They're not necessarily in order, but I'm just gonna play them. It'll actually be fun. You're out of order. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so we brought the Chug Buds out.
Situation is going the way it was supposed to.
Nicely done, boys.
Bronson pulled.
Nicely done, boys. We did one off camera. We'll do one before.
Bronson pulled a dwarf mamba and didn't pull a key out, which is it's all right.
You're fucking your airflow up.
Yeah, it's all right. But hey, like,
You spend so much time trying to get it in, you forget about taking it out.
story of my life.
Oh shit!
That was disgusting. You set me right up for that one. All right, here's another clip. What do we got here?
I have a toast. The boys make the noise. This one's for all the virgins in the world. Thanks for fucking nothing.
Nice. I was worried about where you're taking that. So it's really just you guys drinking.
The toast. I mean, yeah, that's
look
what.
at us take the shot, guys. All right.
That's what one does when they go out. They drink.
True.
The toast was here's to all the virgins. Thanks for fucking nothing.
Yeah, nicely done.
We'll
I know
play in
you
words.
took that from someone though.
I took it from someone for sure. All right, what else we got here?
I recognize those walls.
Oh, fireball, disgusting.
What was the last shot? Tequila?
Britney Spears is the
Or
greatest
that
female
was
artist
Fireball.
ever perform on the planet Earth. 2, the boys make the noise.
Kilmer. Yeah, you were like built for this. You were like made for this. Everyone else is like acting normal, and Kilmer's like. You would think if you watch this, you'd think Kilmer was the guy we flew out to come hang out. Yeah.
Having the time of my life.
Kilmer, you're the fucking best.
So
man.
that particular toast, I said as two-parter. One, I said Britney Spears is the best female recording artist to ever live, and then two, I said the boys make the noise, which they do.
I love how those are back-to-back thoughts.
This, I think this is my favorite one right here.
Oh, so you guys just drank like everything?
Oh no, my favorite. Travis, I don't think you gave my favorite clip.
Words of Senor Stud. You ready?
Everyone's like this.
I was giving toast.
Everyone looks exhausted besides you.
That was the beginning. That was the first drink.
Dude, everyone looks so run down. Kilmer's shot out of a fucking cannon.
Dude, that was the first clip. That was the first clip of the night.
Oh man,
That was the first
you guys
clip.
look jet lagged. Oh, what we got?
All right, here you go.
Chug Buds in the bar.
Who's gonna win?
Oh, I'm jerking off that dude.
Now everyone's getting a little drunk. I see what's going on.
I'm jerking off that guy.
Where was that?
That was at El Tejano.
Okay.
I think we saw.
So the clips are just you guys drinking various.
Trav, you didn't give my
Various
favorite. You
and
didn't give my favorite clip. It's
assorted
all right.
liquor.
I don't need it.
You didn't get your favorite clip?
I don't. Oh no. Was that Adam? Is that your clip? The one where I'm staring at everyone. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
We could. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't need it. Anyways, we had a good time.
I mean, so Kilmer took you to like. These are the spots. Saddle Ranch is probably like one of our favorite spots, but only because it's the closest, and like there's like a good chance for a vibe and some girls and shit. It's the closest like regular bar vibe. You know what I mean? Where it's like regular, but like it's a fun environment. Like it's not like sit down just vibe.
We were
like
supposed to
lounge.
make it to On the Rocks, but we never made it. We didn't
On
make
the
it
Rocks,
there.
another spot. It's just LA nightlife, like where we're at and the places we go. It's like we don't go much because it's like a who's who thing. You know what I mean? So like, obviously, when I go out, I want to bring all my guys, and it's like hard. You know what I mean? They're kind of like boutique small clubs, and like fucking Drake is there and so. So like, you really gonna bring 5 guys, bro? You know what I mean? Which I'm gonna go out with my guys. You know what I mean? So he brought you to those spots, but like I would say tonight, I mean, you got to try. Have you guys gone down to the Santa Monica at all? Have you guys been down to the water at all?
That's a commitment to go out over there.
I mean, yeah, they should probably see it. I mean, I don't know. I would if I was out here. But these spots are fun. I'm just saying, like, these are kind of the bars that they would have in Minnesota.
We were going to play a trick on you guys actually last night if we were going to go to On the Rocks. So On the Rocks, sometimes they do like a password where like you need it's like a whole thing, like a speakeasy thing where like you need to say a password to get in. If you don't know anyone there or whatever. So we're going to joke with you guys and say that the password was jerk my tiny wiener. And
what's wrong with
the doorman Barry, he's like a fucking huge black dude, and we're gonna get him in on it. We're gonna get him in on it.
Jerk my wiener? Is that what you said? Jerk my wiener? All right, come in.
When I convince you guys to tell Big Barry to jerk his tiny wiener, to just have him like flip out on you guys, and like we're gonna.
It's not his tiny wiener. Technically,
jerk my tiny wiener. Yeah, jerk my tiny wiener. Your tiny wiener.
That's so funny. I can't believe you didn't do that.
Well, we never made it. By the time
you should have.
Yeah, we never made it there.
That's an oversight.
We checked out at the dark room.
Instead, you filmed yourself doing drinking 4 different things, and that was the whole night. You could have did that in 10 minutes.
Oh no! I mean, the night was more
more
than that. But
on you.
Yeah. I think if we had made it to On the Rocks, it would have been a nice, well-rounded LA night. I think
it would have
for sure. We didn't make it.
Yeah, it's just like the thing. LA, like On the Rocks, like you go in there, it could be like you just pull up and it's random, right? But it's like above a legendary music venue. So like every crazy band, like crazy energy in there, crazy shit's going down in this place On the Rocks, and it feels like you're in someone's attic. Like it's like dark, wooden, like almost shaped like the top of a building.
It's like an attic. I mean? So like it's like you're in an attic. It's like you're in an attic, yeah.
And it's really dark, but like you'll bump into like Miley Cyrus in there, like and be like, oh, excuse me, and not even realize because it's dark. You know what I mean? But it's like one of those things where you can go in there. It could be like, regular crowd in the sense of like not celebrity, but then like random nights, fucking Kylie Jenner will be like right there. And it's one of those spots where you don't like. It's a speakeasy, I guess you would say, but it's for that crowd, like so you get a little bit of the LA vibe, but you also get fucked up there. You know what I mean? When it's like really, that's why they keep it so dark, so like people could really like turn the fuck up. Because even celebrities, like when I go out here, LA, that's why people live here because it's like kind of normalized, but people still could film you and do shit, and like people at least not film you, but like everyone's just watching you. Mm-hmm. If you're an A-list celebrity and you're like 10 feet away, like people are watching you and just looking at you the whole fucking time. So that's why On the Rocks is a vibe in that sense.
Yeah, we used to live across the street. We lived right across the street.
We kind of built the new vibe over there. Not even saying like, obviously it's gone on for fucking 50 years. I'm just saying like it was really dead then. We would come over there with like 50 people, remember?
And we'd go there like two, 3 times a week, maybe.
Yeah,
we lived right across the street.
Most times. And like I didn't have the sauce out here like that when we first moved here. So like I couldn't get you guys in. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. That was where we went because slightly. Well, not out of necessity. You can find a million bars here, but that was where you could like bump into like some fly bitches.
Isn't it nice like going into a bar though, where you can literally in your mind you can do anything you want and you won't get kicked out?
Yes.
And like that's something I hope you haven't taken it for granted, but like we've done that on tour. We do that out here. Mm-hmm. And like, back in our earlier days in LA, like, I was still taking my pants off at the bar.
Sure was.
And I'm like, I can do this because I want to. Mainly because I want to, but because I can.
Dude, for whatever reason, bro, I always did stupid shit like that. We would go down, Duke baseball team would go down to UNC. Steve, you good? He would go down to UNC and go to this bar called He's Not.
I've been to that bar. It's great.
Yeah, it's a karaoke bar right near UNC, the campus. And bro, we would go. It'd be popping with like all the UNC people. Duke baseball team come in. About 20 minutes in, I'm just pants down, acting completely normal too. Like, imagine someone came up to you, not even you, because I was probably talking to girls more, but like, I was just completely acting normal, floating around the bar as if my pants were on. You know what I mean? And then it'd be like four of us, but we wouldn't be together. Yeah. So we'd just be like, we'd just sprinkle throughout the bar. You'd just see random guys like acting completely casual with like a beer, like having conversations. And I just fuck with people. I always wanted to do shit like that.
You guys had the plug there where you wouldn't get in trouble?
No, we get kicked out. I mean, I usually be like, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, we'd fuck with the security so bad. Like, we'd fuck with security so bad, bro.
So yeah, He's Not is a dope bar. It's actually, it's called He's Not because when Michael Jordan went there.
Yeah.
And people call in.
This is where Jordan would go when he played basketball at UNC, and people would call and be like, is Michael coming in tonight? And be like, he's not here. Like that. That's it. You know, it was when he was at his peak.
And they call it He's Not.
That was like his favorite bar. So people would always call in and be like, is Jordan there? You know? And that's how they got the name.
And what's the situation there where you like get a cup and you can just keep refilling it?
So you get like a jumbo cup and they just keep bringing it to the bar and they refill it.
It's incredible.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, you're still paying for the beer. But it's just like,
it's a cool concept. You
had
like,
it's just good branding too. Like everyone knew the cups. People would take the cups and have them drink them at their apartment and shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna force you guys to ask us questions, just in case you were on the fence about it. Just
anything you want to know.
Anything. Whoever wants to go first. It can be directed to either of us.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier about building your network here.
Yes.
So my question is, what was that process like when you made the adjustment from the East Coast to here?
Yeah. I mean, I was really lucky to be able to come out here with my guys. Like, I came out with my boys. To have that opportunity made this so much easier, because a lot of people come out to LA and it's very challenging to navigate. Everyone's trying to do the same thing. Everyone's trying to climb and network. And most relationships are all just circumstantial, and people are trying to, hey, how can I use this guy? Maybe like they might not even be trying to talk to you. They know that you work here and they got something that could work there. And it's just how it is. So people get spun around emotionally out here. And then, drugs are heavy out here. Partying is heavy. Pressures are heavy. So it can get really challenging. You see a lot of people lose themselves out here. But I came out with people that I was comfortable with. I didn't have to try to fit in and make new friends. Trying to make new friends out here is hard. Because of that, I've made tons of new friends because I was never looking for anything from any of them. I've always done shit myself. It's just kind of the vibe. Like, I like having control of things. Not even in a controlling way, just like being able, obviously I leverage relationships like anyone else. As you network, that's what networking is. But it was always from a place with good intentions. And I think that's how we were able to come out here. And even with the athletes, like, if people ask how I know it, like, a lot of it is just like, a lot of it's circumstantial, like I'm obviously in a position in my life where, a lot of these athletes on the wall, like, they either were fans of the music or that's how we got into contact. So like, I obviously have it flowing to me, more so than having to go get it all myself, go leverage every relationship myself. Obviously things were flowing to me given what I do. But what I'm saying is, like, out here, I think people really respect and can sense authenticity because it's scarce.
Yeah.
So
what's in the glam?
Yeah, it's just scarce. Like, and people are really good with energy. It's more out here, like, I think people can really sense when, like, someone doesn't really need anything from you and they're just trying to have a good time and catch a vibe and be like, genuine people. Yeah. And I think we've even been able to leverage that even more so than anything. That's why Post Malone fucking wants to come here when he's in LA, because he just wants regular shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? No one treats him regular. No one, same with the athletes. Like, they just want, that's why the podcast is working, because the guys, they don't feel comfortable with fucking ESPN journalists, like, asking them cookie cutter questions. Mm-hmm. Like, You know what I mean? But if they can sense that there's an authentic connection and vibe and just a genuine need for a good, genuine conversation, it comes out and it flows a lot more, you know? So like that's how networking out here, I really have enjoyed being able to grow a network here. As much as I'm not super aligned with Los Angeles, the overall vibe of it I'm a little less bougie and like, you know, I like Nashville and shit, you know? Yeah. But we've built a really great network out here now, and it's in a position where like we're leveraging a lot with a lot of the shit we do. So even on the business side, like, so yeah, it's been awesome. I think there's another point, like not being born here, coming here with like an East Coast kind of go and get it energy. Yeah. That I think that really helped like push through people getting a lull out here. Like everyone's creating, everyone's doing shit. Like you can get caught up in the party and the vibe, you know what I mean? And like you forget that like you gotta put your nose down, work, you know? So yeah, that was a long answer, but
yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah. Good question. What about you? What about you, big guy? Come on.
I got a question
Come on,
for you.
Bronson.
So, being that like this lifestyle, it's fast paced. Yeah. It's not necessarily what everybody in the world would want to do, but that's why they look to celebrities because it's cool. Mm-hmm. But what do you do in terms of trying to stay humble, trying to stay down to earth, other than
man, I'll be completely honest, bro. Hasn't been hard for me. Like from a small town, you know, I don't know. I came out here with my guys, like I said, you know, as much as we've climbed, I've also had a very steady climb. You know, I've never done a record deal. I never had any big hit go crazy. We never got fast rich. It's been a slow build. I think that caters to staying humble. And yeah, man, I've gone the other way. I think I've become more humble as I realize how lucky I am. And just looking at a more mature worldview. Like, I was very kind of one-dimensional as an athlete. I was just so tunnel vision to that. I was a jock. Like, if anyone said anything, I'd be like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, just like kind of had this like ego of like East Coast, kind of like, you know. And I've gotten more spiritual in the sense of just like understanding that everyone's going through shit, everyone's, you know, and I don't really I also have access to a lot of famous or, you know, successful people as friends. And they're just like, I knew them before that, you know, I knew a lot of the athletes before that. And like, we're both kind of celebrities, so we act, it cancels out and we act completely normal together. You know what I mean? So like, even just knowing celebrities, like A-list celebrities, and knowing they're just like regular motherfuckers, like it kind of normalizes everybody in a sense. I'm you know what I mean? Like I don't view myself any better than anybody else, really, genuinely. And I mean, it's also part of my upbringing as well. Like I just have a great family, really nice people, you know, that like, and that's lucky too, you know? So I've had a lot. I look at it as I'm lucky. To take it as like I'm better than you sounds crazy, because it's just like a lot of this shit's out of my control. You know what I mean? People forget. I think that gets lost in the shuffle with the ego. Like, it's not really even you, man. Like, I was born with this body, you know? Like, I was born with whatever ability I have. Like, obviously you can build and you can be proud of what you built, and you can be proud of all the decisions you made. You can be proud of all the work you've done, because you can really grow and change and evolve, which I think I do, and I know I have a lot more to do, but, you know, I'm fucking lucky. So that's how I stay humble. I mean, I know Post, you know, I bring up Post a lot, because he's probably like, he's the biggest artist in the world, and he's a fucking humble dude, man. Like, he's like, even getting as close as I've gotten to him has even made me like, oh, I know I could stay humble. Like, I'm not gonna change at all, because I haven't changed at all anyway now. And if I get to that level of fame, like, I see how he is, and it's just like, yeah, you know, like, you have to live privately, and you can't be as accessible, and your life changes in that regard. But like to the core of it, if you run into him in the hallway, he'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, like, and dude's playing beer pong up to. You got an arena full of people, and he's like trying to hit the last shot of beer pong 4 minutes before he goes on stage. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. But we're playing House of Blues. You know what I mean? Like it's 2,000 people. He's playing 20. He's still doing the same thing. So it made it very easy for me to continue down this path and just fucking gotta enjoy it. And I truly believe like the better energy you got and the better day to day, like your outlook towards everyone and everything, if it's good things are gonna happen. And I think my life proved, it's been proving it to me. Like if I just be a nice person, more and more fucking good shit's gonna happen. You know? Yeah.
Facts. Great answer. Great answer.
Thank you for your thoughts.
Yeah, no questions directed to me, but that's fine. I have this. I have this clip here. Travis just sent the clip, the one that I was looking for, and I just want to play it real quick. I've played it a few times because this isn't it. What's clip?
Now they're drinking a PBR. You guys drink every kind of fucking.
This isn't the clip I was looking for.
Are those PBR? Are you drinking water?
We'll play it anyways.
Come here. Wait. No, it's a PBR.
Oh, this is pretty.
I was
good.
about to send you home. I was about to send you up to your room if you were drinking water.
Yeah, this is it.
Chug Bud at the Saddle Ranch, huh? I haven't seen it yet.
Those are tall boys. Oh yeah, this is the clip. Sorry, Travis. This is the clip.
You're tall boys. Dude, you're like the Office linebacker. Dude, that's so good. That's so good. That's a good one. So you guys were flowing right there.
Oh yeah,
That's Kilmer time.
That's next level.
Kilmer, you were like, this is A+ Kilmer. You guys got a great
I was on
version.
spring break last night.
Kilmer, you're like right out of a movie, like American Pie scene, a lost scene from American Pie.
Mike, do you know what? Do you know what this is a reference of? It's like super fucking meta, but do you know what this is the reference of?
Kind of. It gives me a vibe. Say it. What is it? What is it?
There's a video that someone made of Joe Rogan, all the UFC like weigh-ins. And
That's funny.
He like sneakily like goes in between. You know how they stare at each other after the weigh-in, the two fighters? Rogan will go right in between them in the background and just like start staring at them, like
Trying to catch their energy.
Yeah, but like I think he's trolling everyone by doing it. And someone made a compilation video of all of the UFC weigh-ins that he's been to, and he literally just grills each fighter, like looking back and forth at him. Like
These are the kind of questions I want to ask Joe when I get on that.
I think he just likes. He's a comedian. He likes trolling people. I think that's what it is. That's great still frame, by the way.
Yeah.
That about wraps
You
up
guys
the night.
had a fucking time last night, huh?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah.
The real question before we get out of here, the real question is, Mike, are you prepared to put up the Bellina Cup in a game of beer pong right after this, or at some
bear
point,
shit in the woods,
or at
guys?
some point this evening?
Yeah.
Do you have the confidence in your? Are you boys beer pong?
You don't
players?
make a trophy.
We
if
made
you
a
don't-
point to say we was gonna try and take that trophy.
Come for it, baby. Let's go for it.
Bronson's coming out here with the heat.
What kind of champion doesn't? You don't make a trophy and then just put it in your room. You know what I mean?
What kind of sports fan doesn't like upsets? I
All
mean,
right. Hey, that's fine. I get it. You want to take the Cinderella story aspect? It's fine.
But hey, we don't need any more scandals in sports. So like, if you guys get play a clean game, then I don't know who Mike's gonna choose as a partner. Probably not me. But
Yeah, it's gonna be Blue. It's a no-brainer. For
I've
me.
seen some upsets with you too, though. But I won't bring them up.
Yeah, bring them up. It's fine.
But you gotta ship it, Mike.
Here's
You
the
gotta
thing,
ship
like,
it back.
I'm an exceptional beer pong player. I'm not gonna, but I'm gonna say this: I can lose. Like it's not like beer.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I love beer pong. It's such an honest, humbling game.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I'm just shooting. And there's a bunch of bitches around. And I literally can't miss. I'm just like, yep. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yep. This is who I am. You know what I mean? And then there's other nights like I don't understand why it's not going in. It happens scarcely,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Sometimes the balls don't fall. You know.
yeah,
A wise
that's right.
man once said, "You never know."
You never know.
You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
the balls don't fall. All right. Are you prepared to play for the trophy or the belts?
We can't take the trophy back home. Like that's not going on the
Oh
plane.
yeah. I mean, You're not gonna win.
You're not gonna win.
Yeah,
case is
definitely the belts, I would say, right? Or one of the belts.
One of the belts. Yeah, you can play one of the belts. All right.
Yeah, we're not. But yeah, man, this is what like people come in here every night saying they're gonna leave with it, and they never do. You know.
Yeah, that's why it's here for a while. Huh?
That's why.
All right, man. Well, hey, the best of luck to you too.
Have you guys had a good trip so far?
We've had a great trip. Yeah, it's been fun.
I'm
A lot
glad
of fun.
this worked out.
Thanks for the hospitality.
This was a fun. This like could have been awkward. This was really easy and fun. Flew by.
Yeah.
Wait till those roofies kick in that I put in your Bud Lights.
We
Hey
love
guys, how
it.
about that ride in?
That's why I call it Sin City,
I
baby.
guess that's why they call it Sin City. All right, well, we're gonna have a good night tonight. We'll document it more than we did last night.
Yes, sir.
And thank you guys for coming through. Another huge thank you to Bravo. We're gonna be doing a lot of work with them in the year 2020. So
Yo.
don't use Venmo, especially you, Tyler. That was
Yeah, that was a gaffe on my end.
I mean, I don't use Bravo yet. They fucking sponsor
We're
my
talking
podcast.
about some type of money exchange, and Tyler's like, "Can I Venmo you guys?" And we're like, "We're Bravo. Venmo's like our biggest competitor."
Bro, you gotta sign me. You gotta get me going on Bravo. I don't do any of this shit, but you gotta like the fact that I'm not using it is kind of comical at this point.
No, I know, but like we're gonna be doing a lot more work with Bravo this year. With content, with a bunch of stuff. So look forward for that. Huge thank you
Yeah, I
to
mean,
them.
this is a dope idea. I'm glad we did this.
Huge thank you to them for doing this contest. Really glad we get you guys out here, and we're gonna have another one tonight. Hopefully a little crazier than last night, if that's even possible. So
Kilmer, man, you got big shoes to fill.
the
That guy last night.
the boys make the noise.
Yeah,
That's all you have
Is
to
that your
know.
new thing?
It's always been my thing.
I can't say it has.
I've always been a boy, and I've always brought
I haven't
the noise.
heard it. You have always made noise though.
There's a song from the '80s called "Boys Make the Noise." I'm gonna play it directly after. I'm gonna play it directly after this podcast is over.
I feel like it's a Steel Panther song.
It's not, but it should be. But anyways, yeah, we're all wrapped up. Any final statements for anyone? We're good.
Any shout outs?
Hey, shout out to my wife Wendy.
Ah, you
She's
pussy.
She's gonna watch.
Wendy,
You fucking pussy.
No,
don't listen to Kilmer. Don't listen to Kilmer.
Adam, Travis, all of you. You know, it's been fun. It's still gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot more to happen. But
Yeah.
thanks for.
I'm
having
glad
us come
this
out.
worked out, man.
Yeah.
Sick.
No, it was fun.
The Steves live on.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Thank you.